Well, I got some guidance about to look in on um, the city planners' intelligences that are up here. I don't know. Have to look and Google it. Pardon my demeanor. I'm just really tired. But um, um, I shouldn't be talking about any of this because I need to meditate more, better. And but just want everybody to know that my mood is fine. It wasn't fine yesterday when I was talking to these people, and then how that I'm letting all of this get to me. The truth is there's a lot of things we can do. Um, I I know that the work that we are doing as far as just communicating to each other, a contrast. You say, well, no, thank you to some things, and you're gravitating to other things. And see, there's where well, uh, can slide astrology in. That always says, particularly where the new moons and the old the full moons go, they say, well, it's time to clear out. Maybe you have to drop some things that aren't working for you. You have to move on. You have to start anew. You have to blah blah blah. But see, we are heading into a major reset at a time in human history where every single person is is a is playing a part in this amazing. Well, I heard somebody say today that, well, God is having this dream, and it's like, yeah, there's definitely a sorting out of intelligences here. Um, what has been downloading into me is information that is would not sit easy with, say, the next person, or average person, especially yeah, just people that don't really see. Uh, Now, I'm just kind of talking here. Really, really, I'm kind of lethargic and exhausted, experiencing grief because what I just witnessed when I went further out and looked in just my street alone, it's looking like several people had this. It's like a frenzy of this black asphalt. Now, one yard that I noticed, it's looking like that. Well, people don't want to mess with the weeds in their yard. That's the laziest, undisciplined thing that ever happened. So, what I was advised, what I was told by some wise people, is that, well, you go to the city planners and you see what are the regulations with setting material on your yard, whether it be dirt or whatnot. You're putting something on, like, say, technically, just some of these, like the guy next door, he's supposedly trying to resurface his driveway, so he's bringing in a whole lot of material. And what they're saying is that the city planners, they might have an ordinance where you need to get a permit, saying this much material is going to be now put on the yard or something, of that business, which is all kind of a jerk around. But really, to talk to these people to see where their heads at, or if there's any such thing up here or anywhere to talk about the activity up here. Like, okay, so the main thing would be like, okay, to act like that I am getting the material on my driveway, and saying, and so what kind of permits do I need? as if as if we just don't see and notice the fucking swarm. See, and I think that maybe these same people can let us know, well, the activities of the asphalt swarm that you happen to see. I swear, if it wasn't one thing, it's another in the past 3 years. It's just this emergence. See, some people that are savvy about the agenda 2130. I notice that I don't get any likes about when I mention that, or even when I type it. And it's like, no, you look this up. There's an agenda to wipe out 3/4 of the Earth's population. What does all this have to do with that? Well, God, to affect our well-beings is number one way to keep the decline of life itself from from happening. It's not persisting very well under all this stress that's totally unnecessary on top of just the stress of life that it is. And no, I hate talking about it like this, but it just seems like that nobody has any time to figure anything out. But after a while, you just say, fuck the weeds, and you pour asphalt on your mountain fucking yard where you live after 25 or 28 years of living here. And there's alternatives. And I've seen the alternatives, and it works just fine. It's beautiful. Works just fine. You see, and you consider, it's like, okay, but some of this stuff, I gotta go take a picture of it. This one place, it looks like, okay, they have a backyard, but they don't want those weeds there anymore. Maybe they didn't even want to rake up the pine needles. They just say, you know what, I can avoid paying $600 this year to get my yard raked up by just covering most of my backyard, because there's a house. It's right down the street here. And then there's a backyard with just asphalt. It's kind of, it's like decomposed asphalt. It's ground up. It needs more work. Like my friend was saying, like I know what I've seen. You see the steamroller go through there, go on it, maybe pour some more tar and get it to muck up a bit. Maybe fashion some boards around it. But it's nothing like that is happening. Not here, not over there. We don't see it being perfected into something desirable. Not that asphalt being laid down on your mountain wilderness preserve land is any kind of wondrous thing. That is the most uncreative, undisciplined, lazy, disrespectful, dishonorable something. These people are angry, right? And they're just like, I can do anything I want on my property. And it's like, phew. So I have a positive way to go by Monday. Well, I can do a lot online. See, the truth about me is I'm so staggeringly illiterate and even shy of how to get online. There's always something like where you gotta put your phone number or put your password or get your email or something, and that's kind of mixed up for me. But they always want some extra information. It's like, but where's the information? I'm just trying to look for the phone number or something, but they want you to join something to get that. And like, I just shy away from it all the time. It took me forever to get on food stamps because of the way I would look at it like that and think I say and stink a lot, and it's like, thank you for saying it right. Anyway, complicating stuff that's really up in the air. It doesn't have to be any of this way that it is now, which is pure harassment and a runaround revolving door kind of. I'm dreading to, I think I'm going to be all cool and go and see, like, okay, what kind of permits do I need to put all of this material down my driveway, because I'm going to see what they need to pay. If they didn't pay, I doubt if they did, kind of a thing. Get them fined up, fine them for doing that careless act. Just rattle their cage, make them know that that was something that you can't get away with without getting a permit at least. But the truth is, I think in the higher courts of law, if we're considering the beauty of this place and how we're all along the creek here, and there isn't that many people along the creek here, but the ones who decided to get asphalt, this latest round of just an attack, a swarming fucking. See, here I am, little old ignorant me, thinking, oh, these two places on my road that I can see when I'm right next to me, and then over there on the corner, they did this. You fucking people. Well, when I went out like a day later, and I see like I see all of these massive asphalt trucks. When every time I had to stop at a stop sign, which is all there is in this town, two massive trash these trucks passed me by, and they seem to be going like this. I'm not kidding. Just who needs it? Hooray! And there's this wood area that it's where people we're always cutting wood down here, and some people, I guess, they're taking it and they're putting it on this guy's property. He's a certain person. Well, somehow he gets. I see. Well, they can't dump this anywhere else. This asphalt. So they dump it right on his property. He has like 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 loads. I saw massive loads. These aren't small loads. They would fill up this container room easily. Um, uh, so that person is holding on to it until somebody says, "Oh, I want some." How you just have to pay the tractor guy, and the tractor guy that smooths the asphalt down. He has a very plush tractor, and it's no beep, no beep, no beep. But see, now just doing a quiet job of just all over your yard with this fucking shit. I'm telling you, it is so fucking. It is absolutely. I'm sorry if I'm going on and on about this, but I'm not going to let up until I stop smelling the asphalt, until I get. See, this is what I don't want to program it like this, but I know this world and I know this town. The city planner people over there, they're probably totally just working for the whole agenda, and they're all in cahoots. Oh, I know Jim, and I know Barbara or whoever else is getting the layers of shit put on their property, which should not ever happen in a residential area, because there's organic alternatives. This is so much better, and it's not poisoning the groundwater nearby because we live by the creek and blah blah blah. I'm thinking, who are these people that are so irresponsible? So anyway, getting back to walking into the city planners building and noticing that these people probably see right through me. I mean, they probably say, "Oh, this fucking person." It's a clique up here. It's a cliquey, very much. And I think they've driven most of the people like me out, who are sticklers about where they live. We live in the mountains. We're mountain people. They want us out of here. They want just their clique. It's a clique of narcissists are like that. It doesn't. They don't really have anything. Their money, and their ability to get a fucking shitty deal from the city who's over there doing something really. They are their host. Those parasites, those parasitical offers. Here, you want a deal, money deal, and then or a freebie. They jump on it. They're the host, and then they just burn themselves out as far as how gross. I mean, whatever it is, you get your free. What, you want your free vaccine too? Go get it. And then what? You just burn out. You chug 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 chug. With the parasite is also going to burn out, and the host is going to burn out, and we're going to come into this. It's called this golden age. You can get glimpses of it, and you can say, "I want to be there now." You have to be able to burp and say things at the same time while not getting any sleep and fighting the government. But if you can do that for a whole, sorry, I'm trying to be comedy hour here while trying to learn patience and realizing that, okay, so but there isn't really much, and I'm not going to win anything of this fight, or what I mean battle or whatever. But like I tried to express earlier here, 14 and a half minutes. Guys, you guys, if you're watching this, get a life. I'm just kidding. This is what's happening out in the rurals. You're living in a box within a box, and you probably don't know that there's still medicinal healers that live out here. There's still like people that know that we have a right to this deeper experience of not just virgin nature, but our own love, for each other and connecting and being with each other and relating and saying, yeah, no, I agree that this tastes better than that, or this looks or feels better than that. And what are we talking about? We're just talking about a contrast. It's like, so these people, I don't see how they could be feeling better with their asphalt because number one, if you're at all sensitive, it's bugging your nose. It's been bugging my nose. I'm trying to ignore it. I'm trying to be like this idiot, like I said, and say, the trees are breathing for me. There's the proper gust coming, but you know what? If those fucking trucks have frenzied around and these people just went, I don't have to pay $600 to remove my weeds this year. I'll just coat it with asphalt. Place down the road, like I told you. It's like, what is this? It's not even looking like you're going to make a volleyball court here. It's just thrown. Like as if, like my friend was saying, it's like, no, see, they have to pay to get rid of it. If there's an overflow of asphalt, they have to pay to put it back into another place, a holding place. Um, so they might be getting less of a cost doing this, and then other people are selling it. I don't know, like who. But the point is, this is an attack on this area. It really is. And people don't see it. If you rub your eyes again, like me, an empath, and I'm all of a sudden walking out going, what is going on? These people are dancing around on their fucking asphalt in the middle of their mountain wilderness preservation area yards. Should never be allowed to happen. So the only thing I can do is just try to see what the city planner people are up to. Say, what I will do is say, well, I have a long driveway and I want to put a lot of a bunch of material down. What are the ordinances for that? Do I need a permit or something? And is it imaginable? When do I start needing a permit? After how many yardage? They'll probably, who knows? But see, this is what I'm going to wrap this conversation up. I'm sorry, I'm not. I'm really I'm just happy to have gotten this information. So anyway, I just want to tell people too that I'm not. See, I've been feeling really I was destabilized yesterday. These people try to make me feel like that I don't. I'm not saying anything. That I don't have my voice. Even that I can't put a sign on a telephone pole that says something like say no to asphalt. Say no to asphalt. It's poisonous. I can say that. I can also say free pizza tonight over here, or I could say be careful of the green jelly beans or something like that. Just put a picture up of Picasso. It's public property. If you take it down, fine. Thank you. Um, whether or not I would like to take this down, not as long as I can see a crisis. I think I jumped on it right when I was supposed to. I mean, I went on the community centers, the community of Idlewild groups that I belong to. I don't really go there, but I said, do not fall for getting the asphalt. Do not take part in that. That's carcinogen. That's a poison, and that's falling. And I kind of went on and on, but I just put signs like this. Shame on the residences who are doing this and stuff like that. And I think they did post it because why? Well, I think whoever okayed that to go in the group, they probably saw it happening around them too, and and it's profuse. It's grotesque is the word. It's grotesque. Like I said, it's an insult, and it's an assault to sensitive people, especially the insult. Not only the chemicals, babes, but trying to rationalize who are these people. See, my neighbor on one side here, and I'm about to wrap this up. My new neighbors, you see, my new neighbors. I need to express to them that I don't have anything against them. I don't. not even their weird fence that they put up. It's like God, really there's got to be some other thing you're going to do besides that. But no, it's because well, they're not really doing polluting things. I mean, the fences are kind of weird because if you have a full-on fence around your properties up here and you have a gate that's shut and then you have a lock on it, that's when you leave. That's when you're not there. It's never been so evident that there is nobody there than when you have displayed it by putting a gate there and then putting a lock on it. And people walking up and down the road, if they have no car, and there it is more and more getting up here where criminals are kind of scoping things out and they're preying on people. This they would skip my house if I wasn't home, even though my fence is open and everything. They couldn't tell if I was there or not because I don't have a sign that says I'm locking this and I just left. And so these people can easily get over the fence. They put the thing that they put up isn't really stopping anything. It's strange design that these people are doing. It's like, what's your point? Well, they want to keep their dogs in or something. It kind of works. But a person, an athletic person, could just go over that and take things because they know that they're not there. 100%. It was never that apparent there. See, these people that live in fear, that live like this, and they start putting these kinds of signs up, this is where what I'm going to do is I'm going to toy with people. I'm going to say, um, I'm going to put an 8-foot fence here, because, and I don't want to, but what do you think about that? I just want them to tell me, I don't know. Nobody's talking around here, and so anyway, thanks for listening to this. I'm very tired and exhausted. It's a weird time, but so I'm not excited about going to the city planner place because they're all in cahoots up here, right? They all know each other, and who knows how they benefit by doing what they're doing. Like, well, what is going on? So what I need to find out is what company are these trucks coming from, and why are they making it up here and just wildly throwing this stuff around? I know why, but it's like, but what I mean is there a project that, well, they're not. See, I know there's big projects happening up here that people are protesting. I haven't gone and seen it yet. I don't ever want to see it, I guess. Um, there is parking lot, I guess, and so they'll have an overflow. Well, the overflow that's happening is like, who plans this shit? Did you know you have an overflow of like another whole fucking Macy's Center shopping mall parking lot there? Just happen to have a little bit left over. That's fucking going around and checkerboarding this whole place with absolute shit.